Hi, I'm Yvonne, mediator, divorce custody life coach, and I'm a principal at Kafal Law Firm located in Dallas, Texas. On this channel, I will educate and I'll empower you to resolve your own legal issues. My goal is to save you time, save you money, and help minimize conflict, stress, and anxiety while going through one of the most difficult times in your life. This channel does not contain legal advice. This channel does not provide you with any legal advice. The information you obtain here is for educational purposes only. Before taking any advice based on the information you obtain from this channel, please consult an attorney. We do not provide any legal advice. Any reliance or use of any information on our channel is solely at your own risk. Geographical restriction. In my previous videos, we've talked about geographical restriction. You understand geographical restriction. But today we're going to analyze geographical restriction and see what judges are doing with these cases. Geographical restriction is a provision in the order that limits the child's primary residence to a particular area. For example, in Dallas County, Texas courts will restrict the child's residence to Dallas County and contiguous counties. Contiguous counties are counties that touch Dallas County in that situation. I love our case study segment because we get to analyze a real life situation and we draw some wisdom from these cases. So let's get right into it. This number one situation is a common situation in divorce courts or in a custody battle where there are no orders. The people get along, people are getting along, or maybe father does not want to pay child support through the Attorney General's office. He just wants nothing to do with the government, does not want child support ordered or directed through the Attorney General's office. And so one day, father goes to mom's house to pick up the children, and landlord says they've moved out 2 days ago. In this situation, the parties had a court order. The problem is the court order did not include a provision for geographical restriction. The parties created their order without including a geographical restriction language. So mom had the rights to move. Mom could move whenever because there is nothing in the order that prevents mom from moving. And so in a case like this, father files an action with the court and requests the court to issue an order restricting the mom from moving outside of Dallas County. Well, the unfortunate situation for dad, or unfortunate thing for dad, is the court does not have anything to enforce. The court cannot enforce the order because there's nothing in there that restricts mom from moving. And so in that case, the court is left with making the decision whether or not mom can go and granting dad a possession schedule that may be different from what they had initially. And so the important point here is that when you draft your order without an attorney, you have to be careful to make sure that you have included the right language to restrict movements because that could cause alienation of one parent. And so make sure to include geographical restriction in your order. In scenario 2, one party wants to move but cannot move because there's a geographical restriction provision in the order. And so in that case, what the party needs to do is go to court and request a modification of the court order. You have to get a modification of the court order, requesting the court to remove the geographical restriction and allow you and give you permission to move to another location. As you can imagine, is a no-no in Texas courts for the judge to issue a geographical restriction and then you violate it. So it's important before you violate a geographical restriction, request for a modification. Let's explore the outcome of these situations just a little bit more. In scenario 1, a likely outcome is that the judge would leave the mom in the new state. And in that case, dad does not pay child support, but responsible for flight costs for the children. And that would be in lieu of child support. While mom pays the rest if the cost of transporting the children to dad's visit is higher than what dad would pay in child support. And so in scenario 1, where there's no geographical restriction and mom moves, the court could order that dad use his child support funds to pay for the children's transportation for his visits. And mom gets to pay the difference in cost. Sometimes this is a problem because mom gets to pay a lot of money because dad's tickets are very expensive. And so again, to prevent this, get a geographical restriction order or request the court for modification before you leave. In scenario 2, mom wants to move, but did the right thing by going to court and requesting a modification. A possible outcome in this one would be that the judge could sign an order allowing mom to relocate. But a lot of it depends on the circumstance of the family. Is dad involved? And why is mom moving? And so you always want to request the court to move if there is a geographical restriction provision in your order. I'm sure you can tell this is a very important part of any order, and the judges in Texas take this seriously. Click below to access my life coach program for coaching on proper co-parenting techniques. Remember to follow my channel to learn more about what the courts will consider in cases dealing with geographical restriction. If you have not already done so, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Turn on the bell notification so that you are notified when I post a new video.